You know those stories where people are like, I was lucid dreaming and I asked them like what the date and the time was, and basically like the NPCs of their dream freak out on them. It seems to be a pretty common occurrence and everyone seems to be really creeped out about it. And I have my own version of the story. So I'm a really vivid dreamer. I'm talking like movie-worthy storylines, and some of them repeat themselves, particularly one. And I guess it's not really a storyline, it's a place. It's always the same type of world. It's some type of like high fantasy, medieval, crystalline technology world, but like the clothes are nothing I've ever seen before. And there are also sometimes people who have like different colored skin. There's one guy that has like blue skin and blue hair, but some of them look just like everyone else. Anyways, I've been dreaming about this place since I was little. And when I was little, I always had some type of important reason to be there. I wasn't lucid. I was completely, drenched in the dream, and I always had some type of important thing I need to do. But that was until I got older and I started working more with mediumship and spirit. Now, when I visit that place, it's a little different. So lately, every time I visit this place in my dreams, I get yelled at. And it's not like I'm being nebby, right? I'm not like asking them what time is it or trying to read or trying to look in a mirror. I'm not trying to break any of the taboos, but I always end up having this moment in the conversation with someone where they look at me and they're like, you're not supposed to be here, you need to go back. Or they'll straight up yell at me like a parent, like, you know better, you know that you shouldn't be here, you have other things to do. Now, I never learn what it is that I should be doing. I'm usually kicked out of the dream after that conversation, like soon after that conversation. But I always wake up really sad and like, it's almost like that homesick feeling of like, I was almost there, I was there, like, why did I get kicked out? I definitely believe in the theory of there being different archetypal places in our subconscious or in our dream realm, whatever you believe in, that multiple people have visited. Cross-reference with different people. There's like these things that we always visit in our dreams, and that place might be one of them, but I want to know why I keep getting yelled at and why I'm not supposed to be there. So let me know if you've ever been to a place like that, if your NPCs like to bully you out of your dreams. So this past weekend, I was talking to a friend about these key places in the dream world, right? These archetypal places that multiple dreamers have reported being, whether it be like to a T, visually the same as someone else, or like the same vibe, but it kept showing up in multiple people's dreams. There's been a few other creators that I've seen who have talked about different places. Some of them I've never been. Some of them I'm like, holy crap, I've been there multiple times. And the one that I want to talk about is the mansion, the castle, whatever you want to call it. But we got to talk about it. So commonly when people dream about this place, it is some type of large estate, some type of manor or mansion or castle, something along those lines. And for me, it always gave me the vibe of like the animated Anastasia, like the Winter Palace. Maybe not that big, but like the same type of colors, the same type of big, empty, grand halls. Now, the most common thing I hear reported is that when people are there, they're completely alone and the halls are empty. Typically, it could be a little bit tattered or overgrown, but they're there on their own. And it's not necessarily a feeling of fear, but it's kind of just like you're exploring this big place. For me, at least, another strange thing is that it's typically always winter. It's always winter outside, and the inside's always like not destroyed, not necessarily overgrown, but like definitely like no one's been there for at least a week or two. And I'm so happy I've been writing my dreams down, because getting to like look back and reference these has been so much fun, especially when I started like hearing other people talk about the same place. My most recent visit, I was actually with people, but I was trying to hide from them. There was some type of event, some type of soiree. There was stuff going on and there were people everywhere. And I was like not dressed correctly. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, they're gonna know I'm dreaming. I stick out so much. So I kept trying to like peek into these little side halls and side rooms so that like I could maybe find something better to wear so that I could blend in. No one really looked at me or noticed me, but it was one of the few times that I've had this dream where other people were involved. Typically, it's just me. It's just first person. There's no one else. But every once in a while, there will be a few others. I definitely love the theory that the other people could be other dreamers and we just like don't know any better to talk to each other. So we're not like, it's not going to ding on us that we should talk to each other. I really like that idea, but I'm sure a lot of them are also some NPC dream beings. So have you ever been to the castle? What is it like for you? What is your favorite room? My absolute favorite room is the gallery hall. I like laying on the ground and looking up at the ceiling at the murals. The murals are always really held. My paintings are always like shifting and changing, kind of like if you're watching like an AI video. That's the best way I can explain how like the artwork shifts in this place. But if you've ever been there, let me know. Or if there's been another cool place that you have visited that you think other people may have too, because the phenomenon is just so full.